Today we're going to show you how to get to Canvas and how to navigate Mrs. Truax's Canvas classes once you're there. So when you get on your browser, you'll want to get to the RCPS info page. If you're using Chrome, you should only have to hit the home button and it should take you there. Once you're there, you will go to Students and go to Web-based. All you have to do is just point to them and these menus will pop up. The first one you have listed is Canvas, so let's go there. And this will bring you up to Mrs. Truax's classes. Now, it might be possible that your courses don't show up like this. Instead, yours shows up as a list or some other format. The best way to use this for Mrs. Truax's class is to click on these three vertical dots, which are also called ellipses, and click on the card view. So when you're in card view, all of the classes show up as cards. Okay, so you're going to click first on Mrs. Truax's first grade classroom here. This is first grade Mrs. Truax. Okay. Once you're on this page, you can either scroll from the right-hand side over here, or you can just move the page down by moving your finger up on the screen if your touch screen is working. So we see that Mrs. Truax has several things set up for you this month. We have a Valentine's Day reading. We also have famous African Americans, since February is both Valentine's and it is Black History Month. So these are both available to give you some extra enrichment. They're not graded, they're just extra things for you to help you to grow in your learning process. So also, you'll see we have a Go Teams for when we had Teams meetings, which currently we are not doing, but we will use this for the parent-teacher conferences coming up on February the 15th. So we'll send more information out on that. In addition to this, you'll see below, you'll see reading, math, science, spelling, social studies, language, arts. These are subjects that will be taught throughout the year and have been. Reading, math, and spelling and language arts will be every week. Social studies and science will alternate. You'll have 2 weeks with one subject, then 2 weeks with the other. And we'll make sure you know which one is for that week. But let's go ahead and start with math. Let's take a look at our math assignments for this given week that we're recording this on. When you come to the page, you'll see that Mrs. Truax has it laid out Monday through Friday, so you'll know what to do each day. By the way, on the side, you'll see extra stuff like the ABC Clever takes you to a lot of different apps that your child can learn from. If you get extra time, we strongly encourage you to take advantage of these things. Then there will also be different math manipulatives and Starfall. These are all apps that your child can use and as you see fit to provide additional enrichment. Okay? All right, so let's look at a Monday. So on Monday, and this one is for February the 1st, it comes up and sometimes we'll have a description there telling you about the topic as to what's going to be covered or the objectives. The first thing on that Monday is simply a video. So you would watch this video with Kareem Abdul-Jabbar and Big Bird. Looks like a fun video to watch. So anyway, you can go to that one. And then once you're done watching this video, then you would click Next. The videos are designed to be instructional, so please make sure that your child, your student, watches these videos. These are not just fun, but we want learning to be fun, so they will be learning at the same time. Okay, so let me change to the student view so it looks like yours will look. I have to go in and out of student view to do this for you, but here's what it'll look like when you get to this one. It says subtraction 1 through 5. You would answer these questions down here. Okay, and for instance, on this one here, you would probably just write your answers on a separate sheet of paper, and then you would go up here to the top right where it says to submit the assignment, and you would click Submit. And then you'll have the option down below. You can either do a file upload, so if you took a picture on your phone or whatever, and you can actually, by the way, add student Canvas on your phone, and that way you could just submit the file from your phone if that is your preference. The easiest way to do this would be through the media. All you would have to do is simply send a video of your student. You would click on record to upload a video, which would bring you to this, and then yes, you would give it permission to use it, which I cannot do right now because I'm already using my camera to record this. But it would just simply show up, and it allows you to record your child. It doesn't need to be more than just a few seconds, and then you would click on submit. And then I believe it will also ask you to submit again at the top, but that will be very simple. You'll understand once you've done one of these. Okay, on we go to the next page. Okay, here again is another simple assignment. On this one, the student would just take a piece of paper and write their numbers 1 through 80. Similar types of things where a student will work on a separate sheet of paper and then they will submit it to the teacher. This one here, again, they would click submit. They would go through. Easiest way again is to go ahead and just record a brief video. Your student can sit in front of the camera on their laptop, and they can say, "Hi, Mrs. Truax, this is," and then go on and give whatever it is, the assignment that they have done. Okay, so let's move on. When we get to the next screen, it's going to tell us we're done for the day. So we would stop here. We're done. So that takes care of a Monday for you, okay? Each day is going to be similar. It'll start off with the day of the week, and it will end with a stop sign so that you know you don't have to go any further. And if you'd like to spend more time, again, we encourage you to take advantage of these different apps that are available on the home page of math. So we're done with math. So let's go ahead and click the home button, and that will take us back to Mrs. Truax's home page. Okay, we're not going to go through every class because I think you kind of get the idea. Let's look at reading just briefly. It's laid out in a similar fashion. Again, we've got things here that will give you some extra enrichment. Also, we have a link that will take you straight from here to spelling, and then there will also be a way to get back to the home page as well. All right, so let's look at Monday. Every day in reading, we're going to be starting off with Haggerty. So you will watch this video and you will follow along and have your student try to use the hand motions and listen to the teacher and basically mimicking what she is doing. This is very important in helping students learn how to read. So please, please, please feel free to go through this a couple times a day if you need to. We want these students to really do well in their reading, and this is a very good method to do that. When we're done with that, we will hit next at the bottom. That will bring us to our blast lesson for the day, and the student will again watch this video, and there will be things in here that will help them learn how to recognize words and how to read. Very, very important information. Okay, so once we're done with that, then we'll go into some things. For instance, this one here, salt in his shoes. Oh my, that sounds interesting. So we're going to go down here, and here's a story at the bottom. We're going to read this story, and then you would go to the next page. Once you're done with it, then we'll have another page that will actually be, I'll go back to student view for you. But basically the next page after that will show how to submit the assignment. And if you're forgetting these things or still new to them, it's on the right hand side. It tells you submit, then hit record. When you're done, you'll hit finish, save it, and submit it. So there is again the instructions on how to submit, and it's just so easy to do a video. And your child will be the one in the video, and they aren't ashamed to show their faces and smile at the teacher. So let them be the ones on the camera. Okay, so on this one here, you submit this assignment. Once you're done with this, we would then click next. And then we have RAS Kids. This is some very good material for your student. Please spend some time with this. It says here to read for about 15 minutes. Very important. You want your child to excel in school. You want them to be ready for middle school and high school. So you'll definitely want to make sure they spend time on reading every day. Okay, we are done for the day on reading. Looks a little different from math. Each subject we kind of change it up a little bit and make it fun for the students. Okay, so now we're going to go back to Mrs. Truax's page. By the way, you can use the navigation on the left. There's one called Dashboard, and that would take you back there. I'm going different routes to help you to see different ways that you can do this. All right, let's take one look at spelling. Spelling's a little different. It's very important, as you well know, for students to learn this stuff. Again, you got the home button to go back home, and this matching game button. This would be fun for your student. It will allow them, let me go ahead and go back to the student view for you. And when you go to the matching game, it basically comes up with these. You would click on a couple. Oh, wow. I lucked out on that one, didn't I? So once it comes out to the right pair, then it would then go on. Then I can click on two others. I didn't get those right, so I'm going to click on another one and start again. So you get the idea, okay? This is fun for your student. Helps them to see these, anyway, helps them to see different words and to be able to kind of see that this is the same word or it's not. So it's just recognition, and that's very good for the learning, okay? So if we go back to the home page, this takes us back to the home page of spelling. So on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday of each week, we'll have a spelling choice board. We want you to pick a different thing each day. And again, you'll notice you're going to be submitting an assignment. So you pick. So for instance, let's say I want to follow the swirl. I'm going to draw a swirly line for each word. Then I'm going to write each word over and over to the end of the line. So you might make a big swirl, and they'll just write the word around the different areas of that swirl. Kind of makes it fun for them. They don't have to put it in a straight line or on a line. Okay, and then this one's always fun, writing with your wrong hand. So if you're right-handed, you would write your words with your left hand or your non-dominant hand. Okay, so once they have written these on paper, again, you're going to use the submit button at the top, and then you will submit it to the teacher. Okay, so then we'll go back home. Again, on spelling, you'll typically have one page per day. So then we go to Friday, because Friday's going to be test day. So we're going to click on Friday. This is kind of a fun spelling test format for students. They're going to simply write out the words as they're given. Let's go ahead and pretend that we're, let's say Felicia. So we're going to click on this, and once you've clicked it,
take time to learn. Take.
So I would type the word take, and I would hit the next button. Okay, so you get the idea. Okay, so students will each week on Friday, they will type their answers in here, and then that would automatically submit to Mrs. Truax. So you don't have to turn anything in on this. Okay, so we hit home here, and then we're going to hit that home button again, and that will take us back to Mrs. Truax's home page. I'm sorry, I have to leave student view to show you. Okay, so I hope this helps you to learn how to navigate Canvas. And if you have any questions, over on the left-hand side, if you'll notice on the left-hand side, the menu, you can always click on the inbox. Again, I'm limited. And you can create a new message for Mrs. Truax. Okay, I hope this has been beneficial to you.